So it is Friday night and I just need to get out of the house. It's a sunny one. But the Washington State flower is the rhododendron and they're in full bloom right now. So I'm gonna go shoot a roll of Portra 800 here on my RZ67 and just try to make some cool photos of our state flower. A little bit awkward. As I was taking the reading, I'm going to take the first photo of the rhododendron. I could see that the owner was staring out the window of their house, and it was weird. So we'll see. But I checked the metering, and it's 1/25 of a second, and f4 is where I'm going to start. It'll have to get brighter as the sun goes down, but we'll see. So that was the photo. It's not really. I think it's the composition I had in mind. I don't know. They were definitely still there, so I'm just calling it and moving on. It's weird. Not like usually a creeper, but just, I don't know. Alright, I've got 9 more photos. And that one over there, but I don't know. Just don't like the composition. I moved to the car just because, well, I want to go further to find more of these things. Also, I hope you saw my white shoes at the beginning. I bought those in February. I'm wearing them for the second time ever. So, thanks, COVID. More. There we go. That's probably the best one around. Alright, as it usually does with rolls with the RZ, 10 photos goes faster than I thought, but it's my last photo here, so I'm trying to make it a good one. So it's always interesting seeing these videos because I shot that back in May, and now it's July, and so like time has changed, life is different, we're in a different house, you know, COVID has continued, you know, you're always changing as an artist and stuff. It's always interesting to see the work you made and to kind of like try to put together a video that you had something in mind and now it's just kind of different, which is totally fine, but interesting. But with that, like I think I had a couple of my favorites. So now that I've scanned them and I like looking through, I really have a couple of favorites that I really want to make sure I highlight here. These are the ones that I think really turned out well. The first one here is the one with the speed limit sign. I actually really like how this photo turned out. It just feels like an interesting showing of what kind of rhododendrons are in the Northwest, in that it's like, not that they're like a weed or something, like they're a beautiful flower, but they're very prolific and they grow really well. I mean, there's a reason that they're here. And so I like this photo here because it kind of shows that flower being a very much part of this little, like this person's front yard. So there's like their garbage and the speed limit sign, their car, the power pole, all kind of coming together and surrounding the flower. And I think the composition just is an interesting one to show how it's a part of the area. The second photo I really liked was this one that's the back of this old Ford car. Now this house, we lived there for 6 years or something. So I always drove past and I always wanted to see it. I always wanted to go take photos of it, but it just kind of creeped me out. And I was always like afraid to take photos of it because it just felt like somebody was going to come running after me with a chainsaw. But I really like how this photo worked because like the framing on the car matches the framing on the house, but then it fits in the series here because those roadies off in the distance there, but it's just a little bit different. And the colors turned out just perfect on this one. I'm just really excited with that image. And then the last one I was particularly excited about here is this one photo, which is probably one of the only just like pure photos of the rhododendrons here. And I love how the light is leaking through that upper right corner and kind of cascading around the flowers. Maybe I should have shot it not quite as shallow because the left side of the frame is getting a little bit closer to the frame and it's getting out of focus. And so maybe I probably shot that pretty nearly wide open because that would have been later in the night. So I'd imagine it was at either f4 or f2.8. But if I could have shot it a little bit wider, like maybe that would be in focus. But at the same point, that also allows for the fall off into that highlight in the corner, which I find really appealing in this moment. So I don't know, it's kind of maybe take it or leave it, but I do like how this image turned out. But anyway, thanks for watching.